Cowboys Nation and YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you on a warmer Thursday than most, but it also comes with the side effect of having rain coming too. But anyway, that's not what you're here for the weather report. You are here because we're talking about Cowboys. Wow. Okay, now that the high of beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers is off our back, that monkey is gone, we're on to the juggernaut that is the 49ers. Now, in my opinion, don't shoot the messenger. In my opinion, the 49ers are a team that's, like they said the Cowboys used to be, any quarterback can run this offense. And you've seen this. It's the third quarterback. Garoppolo has been in the playoffs, almost won a Super Bowl. He's played well. Well enough that they were kind of flip-flopping on if they were going to keep him or get rid of him. And found out that thankfully they kept him and he kept this team afloat. Lance, I think if he can stay healthy for a whole season, he might be able to handle this team. And our boy Brock Purdy now, Mr. Irrelevant, last one picked in the draft, is now out here running this squad like it's nothing. But if you watch like DMV Fanatic's film breakdown of the 49ers and you watch some of their games this season, you could tell that squad is a team like everybody kept saying the Cowboys were. You needed a team around the quarterback to make the quarterback good. And it shows. And we've been kind of saying that for years with Garoppolo and how he basically doesn't have to do much of anything. He just has to do the minimal and not turn the ball over, and they can win because of the talent around him. And that still stands today. You have the same squad that almost won a Super Bowl, but now you've added Christian McCaffrey. So now Debo doesn't have to do, everything anymore. And you have Kittle, and you got Ayuk, and, they got that kind of team. Now you're wondering if the Cowboys can step up and basically go toe-to-toe with that kind of talent. Cowboys only they've had a couple games this season that had almost, if not exact, that kind of situation where you had receivers that are top end and running back that's top end and a quarterback who's possibly going to get there to make those kind of plays. It wasn't often this year, but it has happened. And you saw that the defense on occasion can play down to their opponent. But since we're playing top tier teams, it seems like they've stepped the game up. I don't know if that's a mantra thing or a headspace kind of deal, but that seems to be what's happening. And you expect if they're going to go and play top end like they should, this is the time to show up against a team who's also top end. You got guys that are going to have to travel like Trayvon. He's probably going to travel all game with the number one. They're going to have to figure out, excuse me. Woo. Darn weather changes. Excuse me. If they're going to have Bland or, if healthy, Curse. Oh, excuse me. Woo, I am so sorry. Travel with Kittle. Because they're going to have somebody on that outside playing opposite Diggs if he's going to travel. They're going to have Izzy or Rhodes or somebody step their game up and handle that other side to take away all the receiving options. And then you're going to have, I hate to say it, either Van Der Esch, Barr, or maybe even Micah as a linebacker. Keep an eye on McCaffrey, the running game, or Brock Purdy coming out of that backfield. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge to keep an eye on like everybody. The safeties over the top are going to have to help out. You're going to have, your defensive line continue being top tier. and making plays to keep the secondary, easier day than, having to run around the field all day long and getting balls thrown at them. So we'll have to see defensively if we can go toe-to-toe. And like I said, DMV had a great breakdown video defensively of what we can do and what kind of tendencies they may have to go against them. And, Dan Quinn, I think he's got a shot to go ahead, shock the world, and put his foot on the gas, put Micah all over the field. Hopefully Armstrong, Lawrence, and the boys in the middle, if it's going to be Osa, Hankins, Watkins, or Gallimore or Bahana, step their game up, keep Purdy in that pocket, hopefully take them down, and get away with one. Offensively, we're going to need Dak and Kellen Moore to stay in their bag this week. They took chances, and it paid off. They did some plays that thankfully worked out. It confused the defense of the Bucks, and it worked in our favor. Hopefully he's got more tricks up his sleeve like that, and for once he didn't get too cute in the red zone like he normally does. Maybe he was just testing out some of these plays or something, I don't know. But having Dak run the ball like he did, having the offensive line go back to the configuration it was before with Tyron, Tyler, Zach, Biotish, and Connor, it's the configuration we've had before, so we should know what they can do. So if they can open up any kind of running lanes, Pollard is going to take advantage of it. Zeke is going to get you those ground and pound yards. If anything comes up to like 1 or 2 yards to get a first down or something, he's definitely going to be in there pounding it. So we'll have to see what kind of game plan they're going to come up with. As I stated before, they're on a shorter week than the 49ers. Maybe that's a godsend, because it'll be, you're going to already be hurting. You won't have that extra rest, and your body's not going to be ready to go again and restart. We'll have to see, because the Cowboys had that issue of having time off, and they normally can't get themselves right for another game because they had too much time off. But now we don't have that issue, and the fact that we've kind of gone through this before. Cowboys have a built-in mini game week built in for Thanksgiving weeks anyway, where they play on Sundays, and usually they're traveling, and they get home and have to play again on Thanksgiving Thursdays. So we've been there. We know the short weeks. So hopefully that's an advantage, and we'll have to see, the injury report on the last couple practice days. Kurt said he's good to go. You can't get that guy off the field, as much as he's been dinged up this year. Peters is probably done for the rest of the season due to a hip injury. And I can't remember who else was dinged up. I think they say Hendershot was out or questionable to return during the game, but he came back. So we'll have to see how that goes. But as far as I know, practice has been going well. Nothing crazy. You'll probably get the same old injury report with the same dings and bumps. But it's all about game planning, scheming, staying in their bag, and doing what they got to do, and scoring more points to keep the 49ers basically on the defensive. Because if we get on top and get that lead like we did against the Bucks, I don't think the 49ers are built to catch us. They're a quick score team, but if we contain them from scoring quickly and we drag the game out like we can, I don't think they can come back on us. But that's just my opinion. I hope you comment with yours. And until next time, this is VA Dallas Cowboy fan.